In the realm of attraction, there are nuances that many men overlook. While some may focus on the superficial, those who truly understand the intricacies of human connection realize that relationships are more than just physical attraction. The words you choose, the way you communicate, and the subtle signals you send all play a vital role in creating meaningful, lasting bonds with women. In this video, we'll delve into the psychology behind female behavior, explore key psychological facts, and uncover powerful communication strategies that can elevate your relationships. We'll guide you through insights that 99% of men are unaware of and teach you how to gain deeper emotional connections with the women in your life. Whether you're trying to strengthen an existing relationship or attract someone new, the tips and strategies we'll reveal in this video will give you a fresh perspective on what truly matters in love and attraction. Stick with us till the end to uncover techniques that will revolutionize how you view intimacy, build trust, and create irresistible attraction. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Without further ado, let's dive into these chapters. Chapter 1. 99% of men are unaware of these psychological facts about women's behavior. When it comes to understanding female behavior, many men are left in the dark. What drives women emotionally? What affects their physical desires? And how can men truly connect with them on a deeper level? Understanding these psychological insights can completely transform how you approach relationships. One little-known fact is that over half of women, about 53%, report not having as much sex as they would like. This statistic often surprises men, as many assume women are less interested in frequent intimacy. Additionally, sex during a woman's period is more common and enjoyable than people might think, often breaking the stigma surrounding it. Did you know that 51% of women have experienced orgasms while doing exercises, such as crunches? This reflects how interconnected the body and mind are in terms of sexual response. On the flip side, complete sexual inactivity can even lead to a reduction in penis size for men. Interestingly, the average sex session burns around 144 calories, which is like a quick workout. During orgasm, a woman's amygdala, the part of the brain associated with fear and anxiety, temporarily shuts down, allowing her to experience complete relaxation and pleasure. The largest recorded penis measures a staggering 18.9 inches, though the owner has expressed that it negatively impacted his life. Size can sometimes lead to issues, but the idea that bigger is always better is misleading. In reality, 37% of women report using vibrators with their partners, and it enhances their sexual experience. An estimated 15% of women have experienced an orgasm during exercise, reinforcing the complexity of female arousal. Women over 40 are more likely to experience multiple orgasms compared to women in their 20s, showing that sexual satisfaction evolves with age. On average, women have had 4 sexual partners in their lifetime, while men have had 7. This data comes from a survey of adults aged 20 to 59. Women's sexual desires are complex, often tied to hormonal fluctuations. Women with higher testosterone levels are more inclined toward masturbation than partnered sex. Physical pleasure and satisfaction are rooted in connection, and creating that connection goes far beyond just physical touch. Communication, both verbal and nonverbal, plays a pivotal role in forging deeper, more meaningful relationships. Chapter 2. Best psychological facts on female psychology. Female psychology is a vast and fascinating field that every man should try to understand. One major aspect that's often overlooked is the role of emotional connection in sexual satisfaction. While men might focus on physical acts, women tend to place higher importance on emotional intimacy. Studies show that 75% of men consistently reach orgasm during sex, while the number is much lower for women, unless clitoral stimulation is involved. In fact, between 50% and 75% of women require clitoral stimulation to reach climax during intercourse. Surprisingly, the clitoris is much larger than it appears, extending 4 inches into the body like hidden treasure, with only a small part visible. Another interesting fact is that nipples are erogenous zones for both men and women. In fact, Stimulation of the nipples triggers the same area of the brain that processes vaginal and clitoral sensations. A woman's nipples can harden when aroused, and this sensation travels to the brain, intensifying sexual pleasure. It's also fascinating to note that despite modern society being more open about sex, people are actually having less of it. This decrease in sexual activity could be due to a variety of factors, including stress and the complexities of modern relationships. Additionally, while men often focus on penis size, women report that girth is more important than length when it comes to sexual pleasure. Pain during sex is also common for many women, particularly in the sensitive vestibule area beneath the vaginal opening. When it comes to sexual satisfaction, regular orgasms have been shown to slow the aging process for both men and women. For women, science suggests that the best time to have sex is right before bed. This is when their bodies are naturally more relaxed and primed for intimacy. The key takeaway here is that female pleasure and satisfaction are deeply intertwined with emotional connection. Men who excel in creating meaningful emotional bonds, whether through conversation, shared experiences, or thoughtful gestures, tend to have more successful and lasting relationships. These relationships aren't just based on fleeting physical attraction, but are grounded in trust, understanding, and mutual respect. And Chapter 3. 7 Strategies Older Men Use to Gain Control Over Women's Emotions. While attraction often begins with a spark of chemistry, building deeper emotional connections requires a more thoughtful approach. Older, experienced men often have an edge in relationships because they've learned how to engage a woman's emotions on a deeper level. They focus less on physical attraction and more on understanding her desires, needs, and emotional triggers. One strategy older men use is to focus on nonverbal communication. This includes maintaining steady eye contact, using subtle gestures, and paying attention to body language. Women respond well to men who are confident and self-assured, but not overbearing. A steady gaze and a relaxed posture can speak volumes about a man's intentions without him saying a word. Another technique is listening more than talking. When men actively listen to a woman, giving her space to express herself without interruption, it creates a powerful emotional connection. Women feel valued when they're truly heard, and this can build trust and intimacy much faster than a man who constantly talks about himself. Older men also know that creating emotional anticipation is a powerful tool. Instead of rushing into physical intimacy, they allow the relationship to build naturally. This could mean waiting longer before initiating sex or teasing in a playful, flirtatious manner. Anticipation creates excitement and emotional investment, making the eventual connection more intense. A more direct approach used by some older men is learning how to express their desires clearly and confidently. Instead of relying on subtle hints, they might say something like, "I find you incredibly attractive, and I'd love to spend more time with you." This level of honesty can be refreshing, especially when combined with a genuine interest in her as a person. Building emotional intimacy also involves vulnerability. By sharing personal stories, struggles, and dreams, older men invite women to connect with them on a deeper emotional level. This type of openness shows emotional maturity and creates a space where a woman feels safe to open up as well. Lastly, older men understand that creating a lasting relationship isn't just about grand gestures, but about consistency. Small acts of kindness, thoughtful compliments, and ongoing communication help maintain the emotional connection over time. Women appreciate consistency because it shows that the man values the relationship and is invested in its future. By mastering these strategies, older men often gain a deeper level of emotional control, not in a manipulative sense, but by fostering genuine connections based on trust, respect, and mutual understanding. These emotional bonds are the foundation of strong, enduring relationships. Conclusion: understanding the intricacies of female psychology is crucial for building meaningful relationships. It's not just about physical attraction, it's about emotional connection, thoughtful communication, and mutual respect. Whether you're trying to deepen an existing relationship or start a new one, Mastering these strategies will give you the tools to create lasting emotional bonds that go beyond the superficial. If you found these insights helpful, let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more valuable content on attraction, relationships, and emotional intimacy.